Good evening, dear nostrils. I am Dr. Magnifiscent, coming to you from the future. Well, actually, coming to you from the present for you, but the future to past me, which is who will be featured in this video today. Yeah, the Azzaro Wanted Buying Guide video you're about to see tonight was filmed a while ago, long before the announcement of the Azzaro Wanted Eau De Parfum flanker. Nice bottle. Obviously that one will not be featured in this video tonight, but I felt it important to address it first. I have not tried it yet. I don't know what it's all about, but from what I've heard, it's not all that exciting. So I'm not entirely sure whether I will get it or not, but it is something I plan on trying in the future, and I think you should do the same. In the meantime though, please enjoy this video of the current lineup in the Azzaro Wanted line. I will now leave you in the loving arms of past me. Take it away, Doc. Well, hello there, partners, or, nostrils, whatever that means. Welcome to the Wild West, otherwise known as the Nashville Nose. I'm your host around these parts, otherwise known as Marshall Magnificent. Giddy up. Oh, sorry about that. I meant Dr. Magnificent. I was just trying to get into character for today's video, because today we're doing a buying guide for the Azzaro Wanted line. But not only that, it's also going to be my blind first impressions for 3 of them I just received in the mail. About maybe a year ago, I picked up Azzaro'S Wanted by Night because I heard so much hype about it. I also heard a lot of hype about another flanker called the Most Wanted. The Most Wanted Parfum flanker came out a while back, so I picked that up. And while I was at it, I also ordered Tonic. There's only one I was missing, and that's the original Wanted. So I was like, oh well, f it. Might as well have them all. And that way, I can do a buying guide, like what I'm doing right now. And at the price that they're at, that was no problem whatsoever. I can definitely say in my experience so far, they're a solid fragrance line from a solid fragrance house at a really good price. They do seem to be a lot of bang for your buck. Get it? Because they look like revolvers. You get it? You get it, right? Their bottles are like the perfect balance between tacky and clever. I honestly do dig the presentation. I think it's unique. Whatever, it's fine. I can't wait to try these other 3 live on camera with you, but before I do, I know, come on, I want to smell them. But first, I have to encourage you to subscribe and become an official nostril. I cannot continue with this video until you do. No, it's fine, I'll wait. Do it quickly though, will you? I really want to get to sniffing. Thank you. Now we can officially get this video fired off.
Oh, brother.
The town doctor is now in. Let's rip these boxes open. Let's start at the beginning with the original. Here's the box. It's a box. Let's open the box. Come to daddy. Oh, that was risky. Okay, yes, obviously it has the same revolver-like bottle design. Looks kind of similar to Wanted by Night. Both have silver tops. This one's a little bit darker, like it's been oxidized or something. The original is more like a shiny, straight up silver, although it does have some of those brass-like accents in there. And the liquid is more yellow. Kind of looks like pee, but it doesn't matter what it looks like. Let's smell it. Yeah, it's kind of interesting smelling the flankers and then now finally smelling the original, because I can see where that DNA is in the other ones that I've smelled. I like this scent DNA. Not bad at all. So far, initial reaction, I really like it. Kind of spicy, kind of sweet, but still pretty light. I can see this being a great fall time scent, but also maybe a summer night scent. Not bad, all right. I like the original so far. I wasn't sure if I would. It just smells like all the extra little elements from those flankers are just stripped away and we're just down to the bare bones. We'll see how well it performs, but off the rip, not bad. Now let's test out the Most Wanted Parfum. The bottle has this kind of gradient fade, kind of similar to the Most Wanted as far as the glass part goes, but then the top part here reminds me a lot more of the other Most Wanted EDP. It's a black top, so those are pretty much the exact same color. Let's give this a whiff. Ooh, oh, pungent open. Doesn't smell quite as sweet as the Most Wanted, but shares that kind of sweeter element. The opening gives me, you know, kind of some of those designery vibes, but that's nice. It's very pleasant. I feel like the original is a little bit more, well, original. This kind of smells like something I've smelled before, but it's a good version of that. And I kind of have a feeling that it may lose some of that stereotypical designery flavor as it dries down. And since it's a parfum concentration, I'm hoping and kind of expecting it to be a good performer. Good first impression on that one. Now here's one that I've heard a lot of negative reviews about, and it's Wanted Tonic. A lot of people don't like this one, so I'm going into this with very low hopes. We shall see. Like the original, it's got a silver top, but as you can see on the tippy top, this one has those brass accents, and this one just has silver ones. The presentation on this one was kind of a selling point for me, and it was really cheap, so I just went for it. Let's spray this one on the inside of this wrist. Not expecting much. Oh. Wait, what? What? Huh? Well, off the open, this is really good. When I saw reviews on this one, people were just saying it was another generic, boring sport flanker, which I'm really not big on a lot of sports flankers. They all kind of smell phoned in. But this is different. I think what I'm getting with Tonic is I'm getting a lot of the original DNA, which I smell spices and darker, more resinous things. And it feels like it just has a fresher, sportier twist on it. But I kind of like it. I mean, I've smelled a lot of sports flankers and they all smell like shower gel. This at least has a little bit of spice or something in the backbone. And just to refresh my memory and for comparison purposes, I might as well just spray these two on as well. Running out of skin. Let's put Wanted by Night on this wrist. Yeah. Oh, this is a good one. And I'll put the Most Wanted EDP right here on this tattoo. Very sweet. All right, I'm gonna let all 5 of these fully develop on my arms, and I will come back with a review on performance and how they all develop. Be right back. All right, and we're back. It's been a full hour for me, a full second for you. Thanks for not running off. And after I let all of them dry down, I decided to rank them from my least to most favorite. So let's get fully in depth with this Azzaro Wanted line. Coming in dead last, I'm gonna go with the Most Wanted Eau De Parfum. Although a great scent, mass appealing, compliment monster, it's still the most boring to me. The most generic. When you smell it, you get the idea. As fantastic as it is, it does smell like 20 million other things that are already out there. To me, this seemed a bit like a cash grab, marketed with its sleek, fancy, all-black bottle, but it's just more of the same. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's more of a very good thing. It's just nothing really different or groundbreaking. This is one from this line with only 3 notes listed. Is that laziness? I don't know. But the only 3 notes listed are cardamom, toffee, and amberwood. I know there's more in there. No idea why they don't mention it. To my crazy fragrance enthusiast palate, I find it whatevs. I understand why it's such a compliment getter, and a lot of people do love it. It's a great seller, especially when it comes to its performance. It's kind of a beast. When I first smelled it, I really didn't like it, but I will be honest, it has grown on me. Next up, I'm gonna rank the original Azzaro Wanted at number 4. I really appreciate it for what it is. I think it's a very creative scent blend, and obviously it spawned the entire line, so I gotta give it a few extra points and some credit for being the originator, and I understand the hype when I smell it. It's really good. It's less generic than the Most Wanted EDP. And there's more notes listed. It's got lemon, ginger, lavender, mint, apple, juniper, Guatemalan cardamom, geranium, tonka bean, amberwood, and Haitian vetiver. A lot of interesting sounding notes, but also nothing super crazy. Performance is definitely on the weaker side though, but it is an eau de toilette, so I kind of expected that. But I really do appreciate the originality of this scent DNA. I probably won't reach for it as much as some of the other ones on this line, but I actually like it. I'm pleasantly surprised. I thought it was going to be a lot more boring and generic than it actually is. And it's cool to smell the core scent DNA with all the other elements stripped away found in the other flankers. Gotta respect the OG though. And I think the more I spend time with it, the more I smell it, the more I'll appreciate it. And I'm sure many would disagree with me putting this one above it, but next up is Tonic. Perhaps a controversial spot, and I feel like I'm completely alone on this, but I actually really like Tonic. Is it anything special or groundbreaking? Fuck no. But compared to a lot of other blue, fresh, cheapy flankers, especially in this price range, it's not bad at all. And I think I'm the only one that thinks this. After I hit purchase, I then started looking at reviews, and they were all terrible. So much hate for this release. So immediately I was like, oh, well, I'm just gonna return it when it arrives. So when it came in the mail, I was like, well, how much did I pay for it again? And I was like, oh, well, at least it'll look cool on my background display. But now after smelling it, I'm like, oh, damn. I mean, granted, I had extremely low expectations, so anything higher than total garbage was a win for me. You know what I'm actually curious to do is layer the original with the tonic. I think that might be a cool combo. I feel like it would make the original pop a little bit more, and it would make tonic a little bit more interesting. In fact, let's try that. Starting with the original, layering it with the tonic. Little science experiment. This is fun. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, I actually like that. To you other YouTubers out there who have this line, try these two together. Let me know what you think. But anyway, let's get back to tonic. Again, there's only 3 notes listed, just lime, ginger, and patchouli, which I love all 3 of those notes. But I smell that subtle spice in there from the original DNA. There's definitely some cinnamon, some woods in there somewhere. I'm picking up something like coumarin, and maybe just a little bit of something floral in there. Maybe not. Yeah, there is some depth in there somewhere that a lot of other shower gel like cheapy sport flankers don't have. On my skin though, it really comes alive. So surprisingly, that is kind of the shocker of this entire video. I did not expect to like this much. So considering the price, it may not be worth sampling, but also considering the hate it gets, it may not be worth blind buying even at the price on discounters. And I'm notorious for blind buying. I know that's bad. I know. I can right now hear you telling me through the screen, don't blind buy, you idiot. Save your money. And I know that I shouldn't. Mom, I know you're watching right now, and you'll probably leave a comment like, don't blind buy, you f***ing piece of shit, f***ass bananas and with the pudding and turkeys and gobble gobble. She talks like a sailor. Hey, that's how we communicate as a family, okay? Don't judge. I'm totally kidding. My mom is an angel. Either way, I can't just join the bandwagon of dunking on this one. I think if you're a fan of blue shower gel sporty freshies on the cheaper side, this may be one that you like. So if at all possible, try it. You may dig it. And if you do try it, whether you like it or not, at least leave your 2 cents in the comments below so all of our other nostrils can get a second opinion. So now we come down to our number 2 and number 1 spot. And I'll tell you what, it's a close call between the brand new, the Most Wanted Parfum, and the classic and beloved Wanted by Night. On smell alone, I'm fully on board with every fragrance YouTuber that talks about Wanted by Night being such a classic and special smell for the price, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually really impressed with the Most Wanted Parfum. This one does really kind of combine the scent DNAs of Wanted by Night and the Most Wanted EDP. But like I mentioned earlier, now that I own the Most Wanted Parfum, I do kind of find the original Most Wanted obsolete. Even with all the love that the Most Wanted gets on uniqueness, the Most Wanted Parfum is way more interesting. I don't think there's any need to own both. The Parfum has you covered, still with those sweeter, mass appealing notes like ginger, woods, and bourbon vanilla. Again, with the 3-note listing. I have to call laziness on this. But as much as I love the scent DNA of Wanted by Night, I've had terrible luck with performance on it. It's odd because a lot of other reviewers say it performs like a champ on them, but on me, it's kind of weak. It doesn't last as long as pretty much any of them, besides maybe the original. And strangely, even Tonic has a pretty decent performance on me. It's still there. Not a beast whatsoever, but it's hanging. The Parfum, however, is a powerhouse of a performer. For some reason, sadly, I can't explain, Wanted by Night just kind of fizzles out on me. Obviously not the case according to several other reviewers though. So on performance, the Parfum wins. But factoring in price, uniqueness, and overall smell in general, you're a great contender, Most Wanted Parfum, but you are number 2 on this list. I have no choice but to put Wanted by Night in the number 1 spot. You just made it, kid. Regardless of performance, I can't deny the gem that it is. It's so great, and at the price, I'm fine to reapply several times to get it to last. I mean, you all know how much I love tobacco, right? And this is the only one in the line with a listed tobacco accord, along with cinnamon, mandarin orange, lemon, lavender, fruity notes, incense, red cedar, vanilla, isoe super, cypress, patchouli, and just a lovely touch of leather and cumin. Cumin can be a disliked note when it's too prominent, to where it can sometimes smell like BO. But the amount in this blend is so slight, I think it may be just what gives it its overall sexiness. I would have guessed that there was some kind of musk in here. Also, it's one of the few in the line that lists more than 3 notes. So, points to that. It at least makes my life as a fragrance reviewer a little easier. But here's my final thoughts I will leave you with tonight. If you want the best plethora of personalities from this line, I'd say that both Wanted by Night and the Most Wanted Parfum are terrific options, and the least redundant out of all of them. But all 5 of these are fantastic. It's a wonderful line all around, and I had a blast reviewing it. So that'll do it for this buying guide. Azzaro Wanted, undeniably a massively successful line from the brand, as well as all the other things that they have to offer. I count myself an Azzaro fan for sure. And if you're a fan of this sweet, sweet fragrance content, please feel free to subscribe, stick around. You are most certainly wanted over here. Also, while you're at it, do us a favor, give us a like, ding the bell, and tell us your thoughts on the Azzaro Wanted line in the comments below. Which ones have you tried? Which ones do you like? Which ones do you hate? And if you have tried them all, I'd love to know how you would rank them. Drop it in the comments and let's get the conversation going, because you know how we roll. This ain't just a fragrance channel. It's a community, partner. Well, I guess it's time for this doctor to ride off into the sunset. This channel ain't big enough for the 2 of us. Just kidding, it totally is. In fact, tell your friends. And I hope to see you right here for the next one. Until then, stay smelly, my dear nostrils. The doctor is out.